What's up, everybody? This is Marty Friedman. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of facts that you should know before visiting Japan. When you go to Japan, or really any other foreign country, you're pretty much an ambassador of your own country. You're the representative of your country. You know, despite what you might think, they don't really know a whole lot about Americans. They know what might be on the news sometimes or on the internet, but really it's your behavior and your actions is what they are going to remember. And the Japanese people have an extreme curiosity about people from other countries and what they think about Japan. A lot of people are going to ask you, what did you think about where you went to Japan? What did you think about this place and that place? They're very, very curious, and they really want to know about your country as well. And so if you go over there and make a great impression, that's going to leave a stamp on their minds saying, Americans are cool, Americans did this, Americans did that. When they see you there, they're not just seeing you, they're going to judge your whole country on the way you act. So basically just try to be cool. There are no trash cans anywhere. And you're like, how is everything so clean? Everywhere you go, it's really clean, but there's no place to throw out your trash. It's because they are very, very serious about throwing out trash in a proper receptacle for that kind of trash. And so you may have to take your trash home with you to your hotel or wherever you're staying and throw it out in a proper receptacle there. Now, drinks from like soda machines, which are everywhere, you will never ever have a better selection of vending machines than you'll find in Japan. Usually right next to those vending machines, you'll see a little box that is just made for bottles from that soda machine or other soda machines. Don't put regular trash in there, please. It makes us look terrible. I've never heard the topic of guns come up in Japan. I'm living there 15 years. It's just a complete non-issue. Never seen a policeman with a gun. Never heard of violent crime. I'm sure there is. I'm sure you can get yourself into some serious trouble, but you'd really have to go out of your way to find it. I've never been in a safer place in my entire life, my entire career. Japan is different from a lot of countries in Europe and other countries in the world in that it's not really a bilingual country. Sometimes you go to Scandinavia and they speak better English than we do who grew up in America. Even that was bad grammar right there. But in Japan, there's not many people who speak English at all. But do not let that stop you from trying to get help from people in Japan. They try so hard to help you. They will walk you to where you need to go. They will do whatever they can to make your stay in Japan as friendly and as enjoyable as possible. So do not hesitate. That's one of my favorite things about Japan. Customer service is off the charts. Just wherever you go, whatever you try to buy, even from a convenience store, fast food chain, high-end department store, the customer service is second to none. They will really make your experience great. But one thing I want you to know is, unlike America and sort of like Europe, special orders are not really going to happen. This on the side, or this with extra sauce, or this with no sauce. Pretty much take that out of your mind and you're going to have a much more enjoyable experience. The food is so incredible. Just go with it. I mean, how many times do you go to Japan in your life? You know what I mean? It's their way, and if they try to do it your way, it's not going to come out right, and they're not going to have the same pride that they would have in doing it their way. And so if you get refused, please do not mistake that for unfriendliness. Please understand that what they're doing is, that's their way, and they want to give it to you the best way they can. And a lot of restaurants don't allow you to take food away, like doggy bag type of things. That's mainly because they don't know exactly how you're going to deal with it afterwards, and they want you to have it in the best possible form, and they don't want you to get food poisoning. There's no tipping in Japan. It's not accepted. It's not wanted. It will be refused. Don't even think about it. But they get paid in a way that tips are not a part of the servers' salaries. So you will see unbelievable, fantastic service from the serving people in restaurants, and it's not because they expect a tip and they do not want a tip. It's actually an insult to give someone a tip, because it's like saying, I didn't expect you to work this hard, so I'm going to pay you extra. No, when people do the jobs in a restaurant or a service where you'd normally get tips in another country, it's part of the job description to do a really, really good job. Tipping should not exist, okay? People should get paid for the job that they do by the employer. It's just like a no-brainer. There are many places, especially nightlife type of places, bars, and even some restaurants that do not allow foreigners. Now, this is not because they don't like foreigners or they're prejudiced against foreigners or anything like this. The reason for this is the people running the place don't have confidence enough in their English to deal with any type of potential problem that might happen in kind of a nightlife environment. And let's face it, if there's drinking and different cultures involved, there's a chance that things could happen. And if the people running the establishment have no language skills, it is just much easier to not allow that problem to happen in the first place, rather than to address it uncomfortably and improperly if there were to be a problem. So please do not mistake this for being a prejudice. This is actually for your safety and the safety of the people involved. People don't talk on their cell phones. Sometimes they do, but if they do, they try to speak in a really hushed tone. And if they don't, they're just very, very rude, because it's not the custom over there to like make a lot of noise on the train. So you'll see a train that's jam-packed with people. I mean, you might have seen this on the internet or something. Sometimes like the rush hour subways and the trains are just jam-packed, but it's silent. You know, it's really a trip. If you are a real serious hobbyist, I'm sure you already know that Japan is the holy grail for whatever your hobby is. I'm a record collector, I collect vinyl, and actually where I live in Nishi Shinjuku, there's a lot of record shops that have collector's vinyl. Any kind of hobby, there's some tiny shop in Japan that will have the absolute holy grail of that hobby. Musical instruments, I mean, it goes without saying, there's like a part of town called Ocha no Mizu, and it's just one shop after the other of used musical instrument stores, and each of them is very small, but it's wall-to-wall gear from all over the world that people who care about that stuff would drool over. If you like sushi, you do not need to spend a lot of money to eat fantastic sushi in Japan. Any sushi chain restaurant in Japan is going to give you, compared to like the rest of the world, top quality sushi for a very reasonable price. Even like the cheapest sushi in Japan would be considered pretty darn good here in America. And if you go a little bit higher in price in Japan, your mind will be blown beyond belief. So sushi in Japan is a must. It's just like pizza in New York. They know how to do it here, and the competition is fierce. It's really good. Thanks for watching all these tips. I've got so much more that I'd love to share with you. I hope we'll do it again next time. And more importantly, I really hope you visit Japan. It's a definite must in your lifetime. And I hope to see you there. And I hope you enjoy my new live album, One Bad MF Live, available now on Prosthetic Records. Thank you so much, and mata aimashou!